Hey there, Drew from Drew's Living Room, Drew's Lounge. Tonight I was going to keep it kind of simple. I was going to heat up menu number 2 as kind of a sequel to menu number 1, MRE. I decided against that. I'm going to keep it kind of simple tonight. I've got some, because this is a little bit more on the trail kind of food, I've got some Knorr. This is a bouillon cube, chicken tomato flavor, kind of interesting. And then I've got some more, also made by Knorr, and this is a cilantro bouillon cube. I thought maybe I'd just do a quick, I'm going to run my Coleman stove here real fast, get her fired up. We'll turn this down to the light position, give it some juice, and see where we go here. Okay, right on the money. I'm going to fire this up, boil some water. A little simpler dinner tonight. Figured I'd keep it simple. I'm going to add some croutons to this and maybe some Parmesan cheese as well. Kind of give it a little bit more than just pure liquid, which frequently is all Drew has for dinner is pure liquid. So we're trying to take in a little nourishment. I think this might have even like 10 calories to it. So, you know, it's not food you can live on, but it's definitely comforting to have a hot cup of soup on a cold day, even if it doesn't necessarily fill you up or do anything except make you more thirsty. So this is the old running this Canadian Coleman I have here today. That's the model 505. This one was actually made in Canada, so it's kind of neat. It's got instructions in both English and French on it. Again, we're just going to give it a little time to kind of heat up here. It takes a little while. Get a clean burn. A couple minutes, so hopefully my flames, and I'm trying to get this out of the picture because I don't want to blur the video, is what so happens frequently when you do these. So anyways, strong stuff. Okay, let's see if we can turn this over to run here. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be okay. I had a little trouble pumping this up tonight. Pump didn't want to grab. I added a little bit of lubricant to it, and that seemed to kind of cure the problem, but I think we got some parts in there that are going to need to be. This is an old stove. You know, all my stoves are old. I should learn and just buy new ones, but give this a little longer to warm up here. It's pretty close. Almost. The one thing I will say about these Coleman stoves is that they produce a tremendous amount of heat, and in addition to that, honestly, I know for different individuals have different tastes, but they're not as loud as the Sevilla, because the Sevilla is like basically starting a jet engine up in your tent or your cabin or whatever, living room. So these ones are a little easier. I'm going to go ahead and put the water on here. I've got 12 ounces of water on there. We'll kind of do an impromptu boil test here. Let's get a quick fix on the time. Get some idea of 12 ounces of relatively cold water because I ran it cold out of my tap, and you can see that flame's coming almost to over the edge of the pan. I'm using a Great One cook set here. I got from a friend a long time ago. I believe it was a birthday or a Christmas present, and I haven't really used it much, but it is stainless steel, so again, I discourage, unless the situation dictates that you cook in aluminum, probably not a good idea. Got this one, you can see there, the flame, well, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but the flame is actually up to the edge, I mean past the edge of the container, so we'll just bring that back a little bit. These handles have a tendency to get very hot, so we're going to try and keep that off. See just how long it's going to take our little buddy to get boiling here. stove, you can see there, maybe you can see it, really brings the flame just, I mean, huge. I mean, you're getting a massive amount of heat there. Great little stove. Love this guy to death. So already seeing small bubbles inside it. Not a boil, but starting to bubble inside. So I think this is going to be a relatively quick and painless video for anyone who's actually desperate enough to watch this kind of a video, because as I've said before, stove videos are sometimes about as exciting as watching paint dry. But it's kind of a neat Coleman here that we're running, so I'm going to go ahead and get my cilantro here broken up. I like to crumble them. I don't just typically add them whole. So we'll kind of crumble this as we add it here, kind of to supplement the tomato chicken flavor that's going in. Obviously the salt content will help that water boil a little bit faster. This is a bigger bouillon cube here. Let's see if we can get it crushed down a little bit. There we go. It'll grow pretty fast, actually. Kind of a tomato chicken, which is interesting. I buy these at a kind of a weird, I call it the weird Mennonite grocery store, but basically a grocery store that I shop at, which, kind of, I guess you could call it a scratch and dent grocery store. It's expired foods, scratch and dent stuff, odd food products that you don't seem to find anywhere. Kind of a strange thing. Let me grab a spoon real quick. And we are at a boil. Not a furious boil, but it is already boiling. We're going to just kind of stir this up a little bit here. As far as the spoon goes, there is no other in my opinion. That is the one. And we'll see just how horrible this is. I'm not expecting a whole lot here. Okay, not bad. A lot of salt. Decent. Turn this way down. Go grab myself a container to eat this out of. Okay, bouillon is boiling. I'm going to go ahead and add some croutons. Got these at $1 a bag at the local supermarket. They had it 5 for $5 or 10 for 10. Being obsessed with bread products that are shelf stable, I purchase a lot of these. I like them. I've been trying to find the B&M canned bread in a can. I haven't had a whole lot of success with that. You know anywhere that carries it? Feel free to comment. I'd love to order some. And we're going to just go ahead and shut the stove down. It's right on the teetering point anyway, so we're going to turn that to the off position. Turn that to the off position as well. And we will add our broth here. Spilled a little. We didn't spill any on the dog, hopefully. He looks like he's okay. And we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. Again, give it a little bit of something. Now, I found with these croutons, when you add boiling water to them like that, they expand immensely. And you actually can get a fairly filling, if not a nutritionally complete meal out of that. So it'll fill you up, you know, in the field. Croutons are extremely light and easy to carry. Cheese is more or less shelf stable, and the bouillon cubes are, you know, virtually nothing. So all you really need is water and a stove to boil it with. So Bon appetit and good night from Drew's living room.